Geronimo YouTube. Got another video for you today. This one is a little bit different than the last one. We're in Space Engineers now. Here to show off my ship. The Foot MX2, as I call it. I don't really know how to explain why I call it that. That's just what I named the original one back in like 2014, 15? Whenever Planets came out, I built that thing. And this is the version 2 of it that I recently decided was finished. It's quite different than the original. I've made a lot of changes, a lot of upgrades. The whole purpose of it's changed. The original one's purpose was when planets first came out, I saw like ore rocks everywhere. I don't see any of them around, but like surface ore. And I thought, hey, I'll build a ship designed specifically around that purpose of mining that. So that's what this one was for. It's got quite a lot of drills on the bottom for that, and 2 refineries, a bunch of storage. It's essentially just a drill ship. Atmospheric only, since it was only really meant to do just that. And I was never really too happy with the design of it. It never really worked out. Plus, Space Engineers changed their art style, so these things look terrible now. Because back then they were the same texture as that, so it just worked perfectly for hiding tubes and such. This thing is so old it was built in the original art style. I might have screenshots of it in the original art style somewhere, but yeah, it was clear that it needed an update, and I wanted a shuttle for a survival world I was doing with some friends. So, here's this one. That's what this one's purpose is to sort of be a shuttle/mobile base. So you can see I've dramatically reduced the amount of drills in place of some hydrogen engines to go between planets. Still has them here though for mining ice, mostly, just to fuel the hydrogen system, since I find that's the most annoying thing about hydrogen ships is fueling things, so this kind of helps with that. It's also got ion thrusters as well as dual jump drives, so it's fully like interplanetary capable. Got quite a lot of turrets as well. It's not really a warship, but it is designed to defend itself by any means necessary. It's also built entirely around redundancy, so it doesn't have a single central reactor or like one hydrogen tank. It's got a lot of reactors and hydrogen tanks and such spread throughout the whole ship. So much so that you can actually split the ship into 4 pieces and all 4 pieces will fly. Which I was kind of happy about that. Kind of pointless, but in a firefight this thing will hold its own. Might not win, but it'll survive for long enough for reinforcements to get there, is the kind of monocle I'm going by. So it's like a mix of heavy and light armor. So we got some light armor here. And I think it's heavy armor here? No? Oh, there's some. Yeah. Oh, because the inside of this is heavy, not the outside. So it's designed to protect both the hangar bay as well as the bridge. The bridge is mostly heavy armor at this point. You can see like heavy armor strips along here and heavy armor down here. And as a result, it's quite a durable ship, I'd say. I think that's it for the exterior tour. Got 2 laser antennas, which don't work in multiplayer, so they haven't worked in multiplayer since like 2014. Thanks, Space Engineers. I don't think they've ever worked in multiplayer, come to think of it. Really wish they'd fix that one day, because I really love laser antennas. But since those don't work, got dual regular antennas. Some oxygen generators, which kind of useless when this thing mines hydrogen, but they're kind of cool looking, so. Also got 8 parachutes for things go wrong. Some docking bays up here with blinking lights. Gotta have blinking lights, obviously. They had tactical purposes or something. There's also decoy blocks in 3 out of the 4 nacelles. Since this thing can fly with just 1 nacelle, I figured might as well have fire directed towards the nacelles instead of the center core to protect everything. Because even if these get all shot off, you can just parachute and survive, so. There's also like a heavy armor mix between these, like it's heavy and light armor running along there. Gotta protect them. Okay, now I think that... Oh, no, there's one more thing. These windows are actually 2 glass thick. You can see they're barely even visible through, because these ones are 1 block thick, these are 2 thick. By doing glass on the inside and glass on the outside, doubles their durability. I was pretty happy with that little discovery. Got this everything for real this time. So, we shall enter the inside, this little airlock. It's got one on both sides. There's sort of a ducting thing that I'm really proud of how it looks. I stole this from Keen's, one of their example worlds. There's a vent back there that blows air across here, and it looks kind of cool. But kind of pointless, but I just had extra space there, so I was like, this might look cool. So here we are in the sort of hub of the ship. This is kind of where everything happens, since it's connected to everything. Got some couches. This is where the med bay is at. It's only got the one, but it's all it really needs. It's tubed up on the little bottom and top. Also got dual cryopods. The original one had 6 cryopods, I think. So I kind of downscaled on this one, but for what I needed the ship for, it only needed 2. I might, at some point, update it to have more. I don't know. Also got a cargo container here to access the ship's inventory, which is nice. Always convenient to have these around places. Got a Lula. Also got a random picture of a frog here because it was required. You don't understand, officer, it was required. Light switches. There's light switches in every room as well, just to... I don't know, they're pointless, they're always on, but they're kind of neat to have. Some couches here for if you're like in multiplayer, you just need a place to sit. I have the simple, I think it's called simple. Yeah, simple. For the damage displays throughout the ship. I really love how these look. I think they're really cool. It's a really neat script, especially the top-down view of the ship. I think that does it for this room. There's also these little turrets everywhere. I don't really play PvP very often, so I don't really know how useful these would be. Like from a strategic point, I can like sneak in here and just shoot them. I don't know, I put them here in case people want to use the ship in multiplayer, but you might want to change them later if they're not in a good spot. But they're here for now. They're throughout the whole ship as well. So there's some in the bridge as well. Speaking of that, we're in the bridge now. Got 3 flight seats. This one just has access to all the cameras, which are laid throughout the ship. Yeah, I can't do anything else. This one's just for controlling turrets. They're mostly here for the look, just so I didn't have an empty room. And then here's the actual main seat. So I changed the background of these to be black because I think it looks better. And I'm really, really proud of how much of a field of view this ship gives you when you're in the cockpit. Like, it's really easy to fly this thing in first person. Almost preferable, even. Just due to how much of it you can see. Like, I really love how, like, open this ship is. Really proud of that. Got all the controls on the bar as well. Some seats. These are actually left over from the original one. The original one has these same seats in the same spot, and I never moved them. Kind of neat little trivia. Got some readouts and stuff, jump drive information, because it's got dual jump drives, so. Also got buttons to control, like, the bridge light, turning on all the inside turrets. These are for the airlock doors. Got some, like, hangar doors. Those are actual pictures of the ship. There's a script, or not a script, a little program to do that by Whip, I think? I think it's like Whip's image converter. So that's how all the, like, these are here everywhere, using that. I think that does it from the bridge. I'll come back in here later to the flights. Here's the jump drives. They're very tightly packed in here, but they're here. It is able to charge both of them and still fly. It's got plenty of power to charge both of them, so. It actually has enough power where if you have the railgun mod, I think this thing will support 2 or 3 railguns, which is pretty nice. Got some readouts. Pretty basic room. Again, another turret. I don't know how useful this would be. I don't even think you can reload it from down here. Oh, you can. Yeah, kinda. But I just kind of put them there because I had the space, and I feel like they might be useful. I don't know. Next to the hangar bay. This is something the other one didn't have. Well, there's a lot this has that the other one didn't have, but I gutted a lot of the refining stuff to put a hangar bay in here. And quite happy with this hangar bay. As you can see, it's heavy armor all the way around to protect the ships inside. Got some more branding there just because I think it looks cool. I don't know. Again, more interior turrets. All of these connectors are tubed up as well. Now stuck. Got the sun on the floor. I also have this little scout ship called the Canary. I kind of built it alongside of this ship just to have for survival world. Kind of mimics the design a little bit. If people really want it, I can upload it on the workshop, but it's a very, very simple design. Like, what you see is what you get, you know? nothing too special about it. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna remove it before we do the flight test. But yeah, this won't be with the upload of the ship, but if you want this thing, then I can probably upload it for you. Why is it stuck? Where are we stuck? It's fine. Just a little scout ship. But if I don't remove it from the hangar bay, it'll bang around and stuff, and no one wants that. We also have these like lights here. These are supposed to turn on when the doors open, but that uses the depressurization, and since we're in an atmosphere, that doesn't work. It's still cool from a distance because they're directed. They can kind of let you know the hangar doors are open from a distance, which is nice. Got this here because everyone kept going to the engineering section instead of the bridge when I was using some multiplayer. So I added this here to be like, no, no, no. I don't know. That's the cellist from Jastronauts. Favorite character. Really great game. Highly recommend. To the engineering section now. This is where you'll really see redundancy and excess redundancy. Like, there's no reason to do a lot of the stuff I do on this ship, but I wanted to make it so it can keep getting shot and keep flying. So this thing, it can take a lot more of a hit than it looks like it would be able to. Got some programming blocks here. These two are in use by the jump drive ship, or jump drive script and the simple script. And these two over here are not in use. You can use them for whatever you want. And then there's timer blocks up there are also fully able to be used for whatever. There's 3 of them. I need them for scripting. As you can see, there's quite a lot of stuff packed into this engineering section. It's got 3 assemblers, all of which are upgraded, as well as a fully upgraded refinery. It's got the upgrades back there you can't really see. I think that about does it for the engineering section. This is not the only hydrogen tank. It has a lot more spread throughout the ship. This is just the main one. Kind of risky to have it right next to your storage, but there's smaller storage containers throughout the rest of the ship as well, just to kind of offset putting all your eggs in one basket. The whole ship is pressurized as well. Needless to say, I guess. Also got a backup bridge right here, which has cameras all throughout the ship to know where you're going and such, as well as a damage output. You can see what's fucked. And then it also has all of the controls of the bridge mimicked perfectly to reduce confusion. Which there's a lot of controls here, not gonna lie, but most of them can be ignored. The next room is the Zen room, as I call it. It's kind of a pointless little room, but it's just a nice place to be, you know? Just kind of sit on the chair while someone's flying, watch the engines, see the big bay windows. I really enjoy being back here. I don't think these windows are too thick. They might be too glass thick, I can't remember. But it's just a nice place to be while the ship's flying. Just kind of relax and vibe out. Light switch, turn it on and off. Cargo that's connected to the rest of the ship. Toilet. I also got a blueprint of the original ship, the original frogfoot. And a turret, because you can't spell Zen without turret. Probably. I definitely failed English class at some point, so... yeah! I think that's it for the tour. Oh, right, I can show you inside the ship as well, wherever my spectator camera is. Where are we? Kind of show you what I mean about the redundant tubing. So there's gyroscopes and... wait, where? Oh, this is the back of the ship. Yeah. So the front of the ship's over here. You can see redundant reactors. A lot of them. And there's also more redundant hydrogen tanks and stuff down here. Everything's all tubed up properly. Quite a lot of tubing. It's amazing just how, like, spacious the ship is for how packed it is, you know? Like, it feels very open, yet I'm actually using a lot of the space for tubing and... see the jump drives... where are the jump drives? Oh, yeah, here they are. They butt up right up against the wall, so it just barely fits. But it all works out, and I'm very proud of the end result. There's also like a composite mix of heavy and light armor for the nacelles, and it just got random mixes everywhere. Kind of balance weight and weight and durability. Yeah. That's it for the tour. Now to go on to the flight. I'll show you how this thing behaves. Because I am very, very happy with how it behaves. If you didn't notice, I am extraordinarily proud of this ship. It feels good to be proud of stuff I did, so that's why I'm here to show it off. So, there's 6 to 1. Oh, I forgot the inertial dampening. Well, guess we're missing a couple legs now. So, the way I usually fly it is just kind of full force up like that, fly it like a helicopter for a second to really just get the speed up. I'm already at max speed, just that quick. This thing behaves way too rapidly for how heavy and large it is. Like, it is a dream to fly. It's very responsive, very maneuverable. I like flying it like a helicopter like this because you get a whole lot of speed out of it. I don't know what the max speed it is, like if you use a speed mod. See the landing gear also retracted on its own. Happy with that feature. Which breaks in multiplayer, by the way. That's been broken Space Engineers for years. Sensors just don't save data in multiplayer. Just forget it next time the server reboots. So that's useful. Really wish they'd fix that at some point. Like the laser antennas. But no, we get a big red button. God. I love this game, but man, does it frustrate me sometimes. Yeah. I think that's about it. I'm not going to show it off flying in space, or like going between planets. That would take a while, and longer videos tend to get less views, so at least that's my limited experience. But again, the ship will be in the description as soon as I can figure out how to get ships to upload, because they don't want to upload for some reason. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If anything you think about the ship in the comments below, and the moment we've all been waiting for, crash it to the ground. End the video. Jeez. Hi. Bridge survived. Was not expecting that much damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Wow. Just all red. Yeah, she's a bit heavy, so if you mess up, it's a bit punishing. Well, the secondary bridge is still here, and the ship's still got power, so there's that redundancy at play. But yeah, hope you'd enjoy it, and thanks for watching.